Alright guys, so I want to welcome you to the channel. It's Live Free Drifting. My name is Brandon and I have an 05 350Z. The purpose of this build is for drifting. So today we're going to be working on the hydro setup. This is like a little bracket that goes around the rubber part around the shifter. So I took this off. I made a stencil with it. I left this extra space because this is where the hydro is going to mount onto. And I'm just going to pass it over to here and start cutting. Alright guys, I just passed on the stencil to the sheet metal. Now time to start cutting this. I bought these blades right here for my jigsaw. Let's see how fast I can get through this. Alright guys, so quick update from where we were last at. I have the hole cut out. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little hard to do the circle part, but at the same time I was using a fucking cooler. But oh well, you gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah, still gonna work. Just gonna drill out these right here and do my final 2 cuts and we're good to go. Be able to visualize this a little bit better once I'm in the car, but I did have to cut this section right here of this bracket that comes on the car already, just because I can fit the hydro over here, because if not, this side of the plate would dig in way too much into the seat. I'll show you guys now when I get to the car, so let's get over there. Basically done for the day. I finished mounting the 4 screws to keep the hydro in place. It's sturdy. It does not move whatsoever. So tomorrow I'm going to bring the center console in, see how much I have to cut out, because I want to keep the street look. I'll gut the back eventually, but in the front I want to keep most of the interior. For the lines, I plan on running them around this way, through here, down through there, through the carpet, through the firewall, and then I'll finish explaining the rest when we get to that part. I don't want to get to confusing. Oh, I keep stuttering, but whatever. So yeah, those are the plans. We're done for today. It doesn't get in the way of any gear, even though first and second would be the only ones that I would have a problem with. And yeah, it's sturdy. So right now we're under by the pedals. If you see this right here, it's a rubber piece where your harness runs through. So what I'm gonna do is stick a blade in through here, cut a little slit through the other side. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to push the line through here, and I don't want it to like rub and then possibly get a cut in it or something. So I'm just gonna cut on the other side through right there and then just poke the lines through. So I'm gonna do that right now and then get back right. All right, so I just finished making that hole back there, so you can see a little better shot. So right there. And that's where I'm gonna run both the brake lines through. I'm using this right here. It's pretty long. Oh, I'm gonna get it in right now. All right, so we got the brake lines in. Let's see, it's going right through there. So I have one of them marked in green to make this less confusing. Come out here, got the lines coming out this way and marked in green, so we don't get confused again. All right, so I'm gonna start pushing the rest of this in and start running the lines where I want them. All right, so we're all done running the lines. So once again, this one goes here to the secondary port on the master. This goes to the inlet, and then this one over here is the line that goes into the secondary port of the ABS blocks. This goes into the outlet, and the original line runs from there to there. So you're basically just replacing that line. If you see right there, basically just replacing it. And For this line over here, since it's a shorter distance, I had to run it on front of the gas pedal, and the other one I ran it behind, but nothing's touching, so right through there. Again, they both come out through in there. One does a loop around into the outlet, and this one is the inlet right here. The only reason I am not like permanently hooking this up at the very moment is just because I'm waiting on the fitting that I was telling you guys about, the ASD one, but it should be here shortly. It's expected to be here tomorrow, so by tomorrow we should have the hydro running. It's getting pretty late and I still have to change out my headlight. I have to go run some errands and it's nighttime, so I need to get that done. So tomorrow, if I still have time, I'll get to the cutting the center console, but still works without it. But so we have the original brake line out. Using this tool really helps. Just gonna plug everything up now. We got this line in for the inlet, the line for the outlet. We swapped our rear right and our front right, so both back wheels are operating on a secondary port and both front are working on the primary. And then the last step was to disconnect this ABS sensor. I just threw it back there so you can't even see it. And then now we're gonna start bleeding the brakes. You have to start from the furthest wheel So we're gonna be going on a test drive right now, and just get ready for the ABS and brake light to be on because you unplugged the ABS sensor. Let's see what we got. Alright, so if you want your speedo to work, all you have to do is go to the fuse box in front of the battery, cut the 2 pins on the ABS side, which are the 2 on the left, and plug the ABS sensor back on, and it should be working. Alright guys, so we're all done now. Everything is cut up and in place. The only thing I didn't like is that I went too far over here, but I mean, it's all good. At the end of the day, you can't even really see it. But I'm sorry I didn't really record this like step by step. It's just that I live in a complex, so for me to cut this, I had to go all the way across the complex, and like carrying all my stuff, I couldn't carry my phone or record. So this is just the end product, but it's pretty basic. All I did was just use my jigsaw to cut around it. All I did was just, I would cut, like I placed it on top, saw where I needed to cut, started cutting and brought it back, saw where I still needed to make more cuts, and then just kept on going from there. This took me like coming in and out of the car like 6 times probably to get it where it's at, but it's pretty nice. Quick tip for you guys: if you make this self bleeder over here, it's gonna make things 1,000 times easier and faster. All you have to do is just grab a water bottle with I bought this at Home Depot. It's just a hose, and drill a hole at the top, stick it in there, and then you make a little breather hole. Fill it up to about here with brake fluid, and all you have to do is slide this into the valve on the caliper and break it open until you see like a little bit of fluid come out, and then from there you just start pumping the hydro, and you're gonna slowly see bubbles coming out through here, and then when it goes down to the bottom, it'll come up, and then you know you're done when it's just the fluid just building up and you don't see air bubbles coming out of it. But yeah, if you see in the video of me doing the U-turn, I had to pull the hydro like probably up to about here, and now it like locks up a lot. Before that, like also you can also see I cut a lot extra because when I first bled it, the hydro would come to about here, but now it doesn't even get anywhere near there. It's a lot stiffer now.
Hashtag staying pussy gang.
Jesus Christ, look at all that air coming out. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys have anything that you'd like to see me do in the future, just drop it down in the comments below. I am new to this, so if you guys have any advice for me, I would also like if you guys could leave that in the comments below. And if you did like it, I would appreciate it if you can like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys very much. Have a blessed day.